This is Thursday, so it's Facebook Live and another edition of Ranch Riding, Rhinestone and Rowels. I'm Pam Minnick, and here's your hosts, Heather Young and Sherry Neighbors. Take it away, girls. What's been going on?
Hey, Pam, we want to thank you for joining us. We know you've been busy and taking time out to hang out with us is always awesome. We've got lots of stuff going on. We've got our shows we're trying to get ready. We were talking about we've got Heather going to be doing some questions and answers and going to do a video. So we're really excited about being here. And Heather, tell us what you got going on.
Well, as you know, we have a show going on this month, and the last Sunday of the month is when entries are due. And the last Monday of the month, which I don't have the dates in front of me. What are they, Sherry?
I know it's the 30th is that Sunday. Sunday, May 30th is when entries are due. And Monday, May 31st, that's Memorial Day, is when your video is due. So there's no excuse. You don't have to work. It's a holiday.
That's right. So we have a great show in store. We have a good pattern, and that's what we have going on. It's very easy to enter. Go to the website, www.hyvirtualranchshow.com. It's very easy. You click on Virtual Ranch Show that's underlined. It'll take you to an entry form. Enter as many classes as you would like. When you get back to the home page, you click on where it says $25 and hit quantity, however many classes you entered at $25 each, pay for it, and you're good to go. So it's very simple.
And it's pattern number 8. So if you've got your AQHA rule book, you can look for ranch riding pattern number 8. It looks complicated because you're a lot of crisscrosses all over the arena, but I've been practicing it because we had a show here in Fort Worth this week, and I know Heather, you and Amanda both showed in that, and that was the same pattern there. So it's a fun pattern, a little side passing, some logs to walk over, a lead change, and lots of transitions. And I think it's one that's going to be challenging, but a lot of fun. So make sure you practice pattern number 8, because that's the one you're going to be sending the video for.
Yeah, and we try to get them where they are a little bit more advanced every time we have a show. So this one is a little bit more advanced, but it's going to get a little tougher. So go ahead and get this one done and enjoy doing it. Like I said, it's pattern number 8, like Pam said, and we do have a trail pattern. Everything is on the Facebook page as well and on the website. So we also have the trail. There were some questions about the trail. We had some people about whether the youth could do the drag, but the youth don't do the drag. And then there were some questions about the drag as far as for the adults. So I know Heather was looking at doing some stuff there to touch on that too.
Well, before we go into that drag, I want to remind everybody that if you haven't entered, these virtual shows are really a way for you to advance your skills. I mean, you get a chance to not only send in your best pattern, so you get as many do-overs as you want to before you send that video, but also a chance to be judged by a professional AQHA or breed association judge, and get your score sheets and get the feedback and see where you can improve or where you've done really well and pat yourself on the back. So if you have not entered one of these virtual shows, I got to tell you, it's a great thing, and it's always so much fun. And then you win money and prizes, and that's always fun too. So speaking of Ask Heather, we got a lot of questions this week. I know you've got a few questions you want to answer, and then you've actually gone out into the arena and done a demonstration for us.
I have, Pam. There's been quite a few questions about the drag and how you approach the drag and how you negotiate the drag. And so I have made a video where I show you how to negotiate that obstacle. And obviously we can't do that live. So we're going to pause for a moment and show that video for everyone so that hopefully this will answer any questions that you might have about the drag, and maybe it'll help you earn some credit.
Take a look.
Go.
Hi, I'm Heather Young, and Thursday's tip is how to drag. I'm going to show you how to approach the drag, then how to dally, and how to drag and bring it back, how you can earn points, and how you can lose points. So what I'm going to do is first show you how I approach the drag and pick up the rope in a safe manner and dally. And when you dally, you need to make sure that you take a full dally. You can't just do a half. You have to go completely around the horn one time, or it will be illegal. So this is how we would do it. So as I approach the drag, I want my reins short, and as you can see, I'm riding in romals. So what I do with my romal is I just hold it in my rein hand. I ride up to the rope, pick it up. I'm going to take the tail and put on the opposite side. I always hold this part up to make sure my horse doesn't step across it and get in a wreck. I'm going to ride up to the distance I want my log to be, and I don't want it real long. I don't want a real long drag because you can't control that. I want it to be fairly short, but not so short that the log would hit my horse's hind leg. So I hold this up, find a good distance, dally, a full dally, and then I'm going to ride off. Now you always want to put the drag back where you found it, that being the log part. If you don't put it back where you found it, you can lose points. So the drag that you just watched me do was probably a 0. The way you can earn credit is I would, myself as a judge and most other judges prefer to see you trot and continue a good cadence. So if you do trot, you don't want to trot and then let your horse break gait and walk somewhere. You want to continue that cadence that you started at the trot. So now I'm going to go ahead and trot. So I'll dally. Be careful not to hit the standard. Now you notice it took me a little while to start trotting. That's because my log was too close, and had I started trotting, I'm afraid it would have hit his leg. So I let out a little slack to lengthen the rope, and then I began my trot. I also put the log back up by the standard. I maybe came a little bit closer than it was, but that's okay. So now I just need to put the rope back, and to do so, I'm just going to come around here and put it back. And I had to do it this way because I had the log so close I couldn't ride my horse up over there, but that's how that would work. Then you would just continue on with your pattern. So if you're riding with split reins, let's say you're riding right-handed with your split reins, what you would do is just swap hands and then pick up your rope and do as I just showed you. So another thing I want to discuss is how to keep the rope on your horse's side. Sometimes we have a small area to drag in and you have to make tight turns, and you want to keep the rope on his side so it doesn't cross over his butt. So I'm going to ride up here, make sure my reins are short enough, pick up my rope, get back in position. Again, I'm going to make sure I've got a good distance here, that I'm not going to hit my horse's leg. And see how it's on my horse's hip? Now, if I need to turn tight, I'm just going to let go, like this. Maybe not quite that much, but I wanted you to see. Because what you do not want to happen is you don't want this rope to come over, which I don't even want to do it, but you don't want this rope to come over the top of his butt. You want it to stay right there on his side. And so you can just leg yield your horse and prevent that from happening. And that's Thursday's tip. If you would like more information, visit us at hyperformancehorse.net or find us on Facebook, HY Virtual Horse Coaching or HY Performance Horse, where champions are made.
That was so informative, Heather. And for me, my biggest challenge, you would think that my horses would be trained because I rope off them, but sometimes dragging logs is kind of scary for them. So that helped a lot. And what's your best piece of advice for getting a horse over that?
Well, my first and foremost, my best piece of advice about dragging is it can be a very dangerous obstacle. And that's why I tried to show you some safety precautions. So please use those precautions and take it seriously, because you really can get in a really bad wreck with the rope and the drag. And that's first and foremost. As far as teaching a horse to drag, one that's maybe never had a rope around them or a drag, first thing I do is I get them used to the rope, rub it on them, I swing the rope around them, make sure they're used to that. Then I'll drag the rope while I'm on them on horseback. I'll drag the rope and that sort of thing. And then as I introduce them into the log, I'll actually let them follow a horse that's pulling the log and let them see it, get over that. And then I will, if I have one that's really kind of really scared of it, I'll have somebody lead the horse and I'll just kind of walk beside it and wrap the rope around the horn and pull it where I can let go and the horse won't get into a storm. But it's just a slow process, and you want to create confidence and not scare them, because once you scare them, it can take a long time for them to get over it.
It's always, I think that's the thing that intimidates me about trail classes. And so I can't wait till other shows when you tackle some of the other obstacles. I love it when you go out in the arena and actually do a demonstration. Well, before we get into our fabulous Thirsty Thursday drink that Sherry and her handsome bartender have prepared, is there anything else on the horizon that we need to be thinking about? I know for me, it's and Sherry as well, it's the VRH World Show coming up at the Lazy E the end of June. So we'll be not only doing our virtual shows, but we're also going to be practicing up to go up there. What else is on the horizon for everyone?
Well, one thing that we also have immediately following the Versatility Ranch Horse Show, the Quarter Horse Versatility Ranch Horse Show, is as soon as I leave there, I'll be coming back to Fort Worth, and we have the Paint World. So the Youth Open and Amateur Paint World will be going on the 1st of July for the ranch classes. So that's another big show we have coming up as well.
Sherry, what's on your horizon? Us in Texas, we've been fighting more rain, but we're not going to cuss, because in July, when it's really, really dry, we're going to look back on this and be thankful.
Well, I know. I think I tell people all the time when they're asking how the weather is, and I've not been able to ride and what's been going on, and it's like I'm not getting to do anything. Then I'm thinking, well, I'm sure I'll be griping about something else come summer when it's 108 degrees here. But I've just been trying to stay motivated. That's been my hardest thing, is to stay motivated. I lost a lot of my boarders that rode out here with me, and Katrina always stayed on it. I mean, she practiced like she was going to the world every time she came out here, so it was easy to stay motivated with her. And now I haven't had anybody, so I'm trying to stay motivated, trying to get to ride. Then you have all this crummy weather, but the Versatility World, that is on my mind. And we all want to do well. We want to practice with a purpose and practice hard, and so it's 3 hours to Heather. So with Borden, I don't get a chance to get away as often as I would like, but I got a friend of mine, Suzanne Payne. She's coming next weekend to ride with me. She's going to Versatility World, so I've got at least somebody to come out here and plug it along with. We're going to film each other, which is a huge thing, filming and watching it and talking about it. So that's pretty much what I've got. Just trying to keep myself motivated and get out there and practice when the arena's good.
That's a good point, and that should be the topic of one of our upcoming shows, because I bet a lot of the people watching this fight the same thing. They come home from work. It's like, oh, luckily it's light later right now, but you come home from work and it's like, oh, am I going to ride? Yes or no? Am I going to practice? And so motivation is a big thing. And Heather's great at that.
Thank you, Pam. But what I wanted to say is that, and it may sound cheesy to some of you about a virtual show that maybe has shown a lot and has won a lot. But, if you haven't been showing and you need to get back in the show groove, and it's a frame of mind, competing, whether you're playing golf, tennis, showing horses, I don't care what you're doing. When you're competing, it's a frame of mind and it's 80% mental. But the virtual shows, it puts you in that competitive frame of mind. And like Pam has said, time and time again, you do have the do-overs, but it gets your mind back where it needs to be and gets you ready to go to that horse show. It definitely helps.
And even if you're videoing it, and even if you're at home, I promise you still get a little bit of nerves because you want to do it perfectly. So that's just one more reason why we love these virtual shows. So get your entries in and spend time with us and win some money, and tell your friends, because there's only one way to get better, and that's to jump in with both feet.
That's right, Pam.
Okay, now Sherry, I know that earlier today you had a chance to catch up with your bartender. So we're going to say goodbye and send it to you for our Thirsty Thursday drink recipe. So cheers, everyone.
Hey, yes, Pam and Heather, this is my favorite segment of this show. I do love the Thirsty Thursday. I am so happy to have Kobe back with us. He is busy like Pam, off on another assignment all the time. So we're certainly happy to have him back so y'all can have some of his drinks instead of mine. But so tell me, Kobe, what are you going to make for us today?
Today we're making a drink called the Lunchbox. Yeah, it's a little different. It's a little middle of the road. It's not super sweet, a little on the sweeter side, but it's a good summer drink. Tastes really, really good.
And so what ingredients are in this drink?
This one's going to call for, each drink is going to call for about 1.5 ounces of vodka, about 3/4 to an ounce of peach schnapps, some cranberry juice, and some Red Bull.
Ooh, vodka and peach schnapps. I don't know about you, Pam or Heather. I don't believe I ever had this drink in any of my lunch boxes, especially not at school. All right, so let's mix one up for us. Or mix two.
All right. So we get my lovely assistant to ice down these right here.
I get to do this again. He hasn't fired me. So what have you been doing?
Been out with the Texas National Guard, doing some training with them, and other than that, working.
And so you do have some news. They're going to be sending you off for some training. Tell them about that.
They are. Come July, I will be in Mississippi. They're shipping me out of the country of Texas. Be there for about 3 months.
Awesome. And what are you going to be doing?
Gonna be doing some training for to be a combat medic for the Army.
Awesome.
So.
I didn't know you were going to shake.
Yeah.
So you want the shaker?
Yep.
How much?
A little bit more. Just a wee bit more. Thank you, thank you. All right. Then we're gonna add about. Like I said, we already have our vodka poured for us. So it's about. Since we're making 2 drinks, it's about 3 ounces of vodka.
It doesn't look like very much.
And then you're gonna do about. So for 2 drinks, about 1.5 ounces of peach schnapps.
That does smell good.
All right. We're gonna add in our cranberry juice. Now, her favorite part is to shake it up.
Yes. Shake, 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 shake. Shaker, 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 shaker.
All right. And we're gonna pour it up.
That's pretty.
And then the rest of it, top off a little Red Bull. We
I like
use,
the-
we use sugar free here.
Yes. We have to make a healthy drink for us diabetics.
I actually drink the sugar free Red Bull anyways.
Oh, do you? Does it taste the same?
It really does.
So the Red Bull, that just kind of gives it a what? A little carbonation?
Little carbonation, little fizz.
Yeah.
Also, gives a little bit of a different taste to it. It's a weird combination, really, but it actually helps it
Okay. And so we've got the pink flamingos.
for the pink drink.
Yeah. All right. Now I have not had this yet, and I've never had one, so I am excited about giving this a try.
Well, if you don't like it, I'll buy you another one.
Hey, it's cheap. It's cheap drinks.
It is.
Let me try it first. Cheers to you. That is really good.
Told you.
That's really good, and it would make a great drink for the summer for sure. Well, we want to thank you all for joining us.
Thanks for letting me come back.
Absolutely, thanks for having you here. And if you've got a special drink that you would like to see us, we're trying to get a little more audience participation. So if you have a drink that you want to that you like, put it in the comments. And what we're going to do now this time is, if we use your drink on the show, we're going to send you a gift card for either Specs
Or Twin
or
Liquors.
Twin Liquors if we use your drink. So please put your drinks on here. We want something exciting, something fun.
Make sure you put the whole recipe on there so we know exactly how much to make, how much to put into it. We'll pick what we think is what we want to try, the best one, and we'll put your name on there. You'll be the winner.
Yeah, well, thank you everybody. Thank you, Pam and Heather.
Thank you.
It was an excellent show. I'm glad to be part of this. Cheers to everybody. Cheers, and thanks for joining us. Happy trails.